Clear Shine window cleaner is 30% alcohol, while Sunstream window cleaner is 70% alcohol. How much of each brand is needed to mix together to make an 80-liter cleaner? That is 45% alcohol. Okay, so we're taking some of the weak stuff, the 30%, and some of the strong stuff, the 70%. We're going to mix them together to get something in the middle. And we want to end up with a total of 80 liters. Okay, so let's start with identifying what is unknown, what we're looking for. The key word in this problem, or the key words, is at the beginning of that second sentence. How much of each brand is needed? So that is our question. That is what we're trying to answer here. How much of each brand is needed? So we don't know how many liters of Clear Shine, and we don't know how many liters of Sunstream are necessary to make this mixture. So let's give each one of these unknowns a symbol. We could call them X and Y. So we could say X is the liters, the unknown liters of Clear Shine. And we could let Y represent the unknown liters of Sunstream. So we're going to mix them together to end up with 80 liters of a mixture that is 45% alcohol. So I like to think about these problems visually. I'm a visual learner, so whenever I can, I like to draw a picture or a diagram. So what we're doing here is, let's say this is some container. So we're taking a container of the Clear Shine, and let's say there's some liquid in there. And this first liquid is 30% alcohol, and this second liquid is 70% alcohol. And we're going to combine those two containers to end up with a mixture that is 45% alcohol. And so we don't know how much of this 30% cleaner, so we'll call that X liters. So there's X liters in that first container, and there's Y liters in that second container, but we know that there are 80 liters in that final mixture. Okay, so we know something, we know two things about that total overall mixture. That total mixture is going to be 80 liters. So that's something about the amount of liquid. And we know something about the percentage of alcohol. So it's 45% alcohol. So we could convert this into two equations. So first, an equation for the total amount of liquid. Let's say total liquid. Well, if we take X liters of the first and add that to Y liters of the second, we end up with a total of 80 liters. So there's equation number one. And then we could use for our second equation the percentage of alcohol. Now we can't just say 30% plus 70% equals 45%. That doesn't make sense, because when we're talking about percents, we need a percent of something. There always has to be an of something, percent of something. So 30% of what? And 70% of what? Remember, of means multiply. So for the percent of alcohol, well, it's 30% of those X liters is alcohol, plus 70% of those Y liters should be alcohol, and in the total mixture, 45% of the 80 liters should be alcohol. So we're consistent in each of these three terms. It's percent times amount plus percent times amount equals percent times amount. One common mistake that I've seen over the years with my students is to forget the 45 here or to forget the 80. So make sure each term is consistent, percent times amount, percent times amount, percent times amount. And 45 times 80, so we could say 30x plus 70y is equal to, well, 45 times 80 should be 3,600. So here is our first equation in our system. Here is our second equation in our system. And so this is no longer a word problem. We have translated those words into mathematical equations. So now the problem is solve the system of equations x plus y equals 80, 30x plus 70y equals 3,600. And I'm going to solve this using elimination, which is my preferred method. And if we want to eliminate the x, and I'm just picking x because it's got the smaller number here, so we could take this first equation and multiply by a negative 30. So multiply both sides by negative 30. That will give us a negative 30x here. So when we combine that with the positive 30x, they will cancel out. Okay, so equation number 1 becomes negative 30x minus 30y is equal to, well, 80 times a negative 30. That should be a negative 2,400. Second equation stays what it is, 30x plus 70y is equal to 3,600. Now, we have it set up to eliminate the x. So when we add these two equations together, the negative 30x and the positive 30x, they cancel. Okay, and so we have a negative 30y plus a 70y, that gives us 40y's. So 40 times y is equal to negative 2,400 plus 3,600 should be a positive 1,200. All right, one step away from solving for y, we can divide both sides by 40. And so we have y is equal to, well, 1,200 divided by 40 should be 30. So we've solved for y. So the liters of Sunstream. Now we know that y is equal to 30. And for the number of liters of ClearShine, or solving for x, well, we know x plus y is equal to 80. Now we know that y is actually the number 30. So x plus 30 equals 80, which means x has to be 50. So there is our solution. 50 liters of ClearShine combined with 30 liters of Sunstream will give us a mixture, which is 80 liters. That is 45% alcohol. All right, that does it for this problem. I hope this was helpful.